Welcome to ruralvacantland.com. This is Luke Smith, and I'd like to show you a couple properties I've got up for sale on the website. This is in Illinois, and this is a grouping of land. They're all in a row. It's 5 properties in a row. I'm asking $24,199. Kind of goofy number, but trying to get all the costs covered, and it just comes out there. So there's 5 properties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of them is almost, it's 5.5 acres, but most of them are all right next to each other. One is just on the other side of a house that's next to these properties. We've got different sizes for the different APNs, APN numbers for each property, GPS coordinates for the center of each property, taxes for each property. You can add them all together, see what kind of tax bills you'd be looking at for the whole thing and stuff. So this one that ends in 0 is the biggest one. That's the one that's 5.5 acres. So I'm going to kind of focus in on that one. Let's pull up the GPS coordinates. Let's zoom out and then we'll zoom back in. So this is St. Louis. St. Louis is in Missouri, but we're on the Illinois side. So here's Missouri, here's Illinois, Chicago's up here. So keep zooming in. See the Mississippi River going by. This is East St. Louis. Keep zooming in. Train tracks are over here. Go to satellite. There's a park over here. There's a lot of open areas. There's a church, a couple churches, neighborhoods. There's a house here. So the land stretches through here. There's roads. You can drive right up to it. There's a road through the land. It looks like there should be a whole bunch of different lots, like housing lots along here. But they kind of grouped them together. So you could sell them off as housing lots, or develop them off as housing lots, or just keep them for the future, or whatever you want to do with them. So it's a stretch along here. This whole piece of land. This side of the house, this woods. This side of the house going down through here, but not the house. And this looks like somebody obviously drives in here. There's tracks going a couple different directions. Looks like you could drive out this way. Maybe, yeah, off the end of the road here. Let's see if we got street view. No. Oh. By the church. So here's the neighborhood. You go by the church down to the end of the street and off. It's back in that field. There's power lines in the area. Kind of abandoned lot. There's older structures, mobile homes. It's paved. Church looks well taken care of. But yeah, it's let's see if we can find that house, huh? So there's the house. Maybe we can do street view over here. Yeah, so this would be part of the property. There's some trash there. There's a power pole right at the corner of the property. See if we look at it from a different angle. This should be your neighbors on this property, but it's this piece of woods. There's a power line going there. So you get this side of the house and the other side of this house. So it looks like there's power lines going to this house, and then the street supposedly keeps going. It doesn't look like it's built there, but you could do another string of houses going back through that woods if we zoom out. This woods, all this woods here is part of the land that's for sale. This whole street area going back into here somewhere. So let's look at some different takes of that. So it's these, the end of this, that street we were looking at. So I think the property line is kind of down in here, just past the end of this turnaround would be the property line, kind of going up to next to some old railroad tracks. So along the railroad track would be one property line, the other one comes over here. It's a strip of land. So you get these two housing lots here. It looks like these are the same size as this neighborhood. So you get this one, this longer one, which looks like a whole bunch of lots that just never got totally done off. And there's a street, this street never finished, but if it kept going, it would go all along, a whole bunch of housing lots. So if you wanted to develop this off, you could put mobile homes in here, whole stringer of mobile homes or houses or whatever you wanted to develop, whatever you think could make sense, or just keep it for yourself. So you get a double lot here, and then some bigger lots here that you could parcel off one at a time with legal access. This neighborhood's laid out, just didn't fill in. This last bit of the neighborhood never filled in. So that's a interesting chunk of land. 5 parcels. You could sell them off as pieces. You could cut up the pieces into even more pieces and sell them off as kind of quarter acres, like it seems like the neighborhood's doing, or eighth of an acre is what looks like they really took the lots down to there. And I'm asking, how much was it? $24,199 for those lots. So if that interests you, let me know. We'll figure out how to make it happen. I got a checkout link on the website. If you go there, I think it asks for $500 down payment. If you put down $500, we'll reserve it for you as we figure out how to transfer the rest of the funds and get these properties into your name. Thank you for listening. Thanks for watching. This is Luke Smith at ruralvacantland.com.